There we go. Hi, good morning. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, see if anybody jumps on to test my microphone. New microphone. New phone, new microphone. And the sun just came up. Hi, Simon. Will you tell me, can you hear my microphone? That's right. Yeah. Literally, the sun just started coming up. Uh, and it's beautiful outside. All this rain that we've been getting from the hurricane, thank you, the hurricane has made the weather really, really nice. So we'll have 30 minutes. I do have my kids, so if a 5-year-old wanders out here today, he's sleeping pretty hard in my bed right now, so hopefully he stays there. If you have a block, let's grab a block just to have for some stability and some of our balancing poses. We're just doing 30 minutes today, so we're going to go through this pretty quickly. We're going to try to hit, not, fast, but try to hit a few things so that we've got a more complete practice. 30, 45 minutes just doesn't seem to give me adequate time to get everything in. But I want to be able to hit our standing sequences, our balance poses, at least some core. So grab your mat, grab a block. We got about another couple more seconds. Also have a cat out here, so we might just have like a whole zoo of things coming in and out of our flow, but we deal with it. We deal with it. We deal with it. We got some coffee too. Isn't that right, Zozo? Hmm? Isn't that right, kitty girl? Yeah. You want to go back inside and say hi to everybody? Hello. You go back inside. Go. All right. All right. Let's get started. We're going to start on hands and knees. That's everything off my mat here. Hands and knees, shoulders over your wrists and hips over your knees. I'm going to do just one last check. Make sure. Hi. All right. Thanks. All right. Moving through cow and cat. And so drop your belly. Take a nice big full breath in. And then as you exhale, arch through your upper back. Chin comes towards your chest. And then just move back and forth with your breath here. Inhaling into your cow pose and exhaling into your cat pose. I know we're getting right away into movement here. So go slow. Maybe close down your eyes to start bringing that mindfulness connection to your body in so that we're not all up in our thinking brain. Hopefully you're not just first thing here in the morning. And then start to move your hips from side to side. A little C curve through the right side, pulling your left shoulder and your left hip towards one another, and then a C curve here on the left side, just moving from side to side. Seems to be an area that's really, really tight on me lately. And then if you'd like to, you can kind of put those two moves together, going from cow, C curve, cat, C curve, cow. So think of like making a jump rope with your spine or drawing a circle with your tailbone. And if you did one direction, of course, in yoga, we do the other direction. And then just one more cycle of breath in and out. Moving into neutral tabletop. Shift your weight a little bit to the right. Pick your left knee up and out to the side. And we're going to start to make some circles with that left knee. So moving them around in one direction here. And then we're going to move the knee in the other direction. And then extend that leg straight back behind you, starting to activate the left glute. Roll that left hip down in line with your right hip. Lift your right arm up, simple spinal balance. We've got the right bicep by the right ear. We're reaching forward and back with the hand and the foot. Take a couple of breaths here, making sure that lower core is nice and activated. So think about lifting that lower back slightly up. One more big full breath in. Exhale, just the right hand down. Keep the left leg lifted. Cross it behind the right. See if I've got room for this over here. And then look over your right shoulder for your left big toes. And then uncross back to hands and knees. We're going to shift our weight slightly to the left. I have some pain in my left wrist here lately too. Falling apart. Lift your right knee up. We're going to take some circles with that right knee. I'm actually going to go get tested for Lyme's today. I've had a couple of tick bites this summer and just some muscle pain and a little bit of joint pain. I might just be getting old. Circle the other way around. And then come back through center as we extend the right leg behind us. Roll that right hip down in line with your left hip and lift the left hand up. So simple spinal balance now on this side, activating the right glute muscle. So think about pulling that right hip muscle around the bones there. Hold. Continue to breathe. It might not be as deep, but just want to take that inhale and exhale. And then take the left hand down, keep the right leg lifted, cross it behind the left, and look over your left shoulder for your right big toes. Back here through center, just one more round of cow and cat. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Round through the upper back, chin to chest. Into neutral spinal position. Walk your hands forward until you come into puppy dog. It's a nice little stretch of the shoulders, getting a little bit into the chest. Forehead can come down to the ground. Keeping that lift of the tailbone. And then walk your hands back in. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Pedal through your feet. Stretch through the calves. You can shift through your hips, getting into the lats. And slowly walk your feet to your hands. Just one little footprint, right, left, right, left. Coming to your hands. Some space between your feet, new softness through your knees. Let your upper half hang. We can hold on to the elbows in this ragdoll position, or you can take heavy arms. Just bend your knees. You want to give your low back some space for this bend. And release your arms, heel toe your feet together. Make into a halfway lift with your breath in. So fingertips on your shins. Press your heart forward. Draw your shoulders back. Exhale, fold with knees bent. Inhale, rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Again, take that halfway lift. Heart forward, shoulders back, hips over the heels. Fold, take the hands to the mat, step back to your high plank pose. We can be on toes or knees here. Spread the fingers on your hands. We want nice active hands, so our whole body is involved in yoga. We want to think about pulling in through the core, pressing through the hands so that we're not dropped down into those shoulder joints. Push. One more full breath in. Exhale all the way down to the belly with control. We're going to travel as slow as we can go, keeping that form. Land, untuck your toes. I like to widen my legs here, so we're going to move through cobra pose a couple of times. So wider legs for me is less pressure on my low back. Press into the hands, cobra pose. Exhale, roll back down. You can walk your hands wider if you have space for it. I'm going to move my block. Hands to the edges of your mat. If you have that option, press into the hands and to your cobra pose again. Little bend in the elbows. Then exhale, roll back down. And if you'd like to, even wider, I like to come to my fingertips and point my elbows up towards the ceiling. Inhale, roll back up into that cobra pose. Exhale, roll back down. And if your legs are wide, you're already set up for that child's pose. Bring the hands back in towards the rib cage. Push into the palms. Knees wide, toes come in to touch, child's pose. And then pour the weight forward into tabletop, but come through a little cat back. Woo! Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Lift up and back through the knees. Take a big step forward. Other foot's going to meet it. Top of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift with your breath in. Fold with your breath out. Let's move through that 2 more times. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands high. Uttanasana, forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. High plank, take a breath in. Use your exhale to travel down to the belly. Cobra pose just one time here. Inhale, lift up.
Exhale, press back, child's pose. Pour it forward into your tabletop through that cat back. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. All right, a big step forward, coming to the top of the mat. Halfway lift when you get there. Take a breath in. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, and Uttanasana, forward fold, back down. Halfway lift with your breath in, and use that full breath out. Come plank to belly. Last time into this modified Sun A, and just remember this is an option for you in our practice, Cobra pose into child's pose, as opposed to our Chaturanga up dog. And then into your tabletop with that cat back. Turn the toes under, downward facing dog. And then take a couple little steps forward, bend the knees, and we can lightly hop, or we can take another step again to the top of your mat. Whoop, don't fall over, Lynn. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stand tall, breathe in. Hinge at the hips, forward fold. So traditional Sun A, or you can move through that variation we just did. Halfway lift. High-low push-up or plank to belly. Cobra, or if your spine's ready, up dog. Shoulders away from the ears. Down dog, breathe out. All right, 2 more times just like that. Bend the knees, step, or a nice light hop to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Urdhva Hastasana, stand tall. Uttanasana, forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift. High-low push-up, or however you get to downward facing dog. Cobra or up dog, down dog. All right, we have one more time through here. Bend the knees, step or hop, top of your space. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stand up, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift. Last time through, Chaturanga Dandasana, or plank to belly. Cobra or up dog. Downward facing dog. Let's pause here. Take your right leg up, back behind you, keeping the shoulders in the same position, just open through the hips. We all have a tendency to want to pop that right shoulder up. See if you can keep it down towards the earth, and then make your circles here. Switch directions. Take a nice big step forward, right foot towards the top of the mat. Left knee down, untuck the toes. Now a little lift through the heart here. Feel free to use your block if you've got one, or take a rock back into half Hanuman. Rebend the knee into low lunge. One of my classic moves that I love to do. Do it twice more. Now the last time we're going to stay and hold. Now a couple options here. We can keep the foot flat. Perhaps use the left hand and slide down and then stick right here at the foot. And that stretches that front anterior tibialis muscle that's next there to the shin bone. Or if your calf muscle is a little tight today, peel those toes up, take the hand to the toes. Ooh, mine is. And we can take the opposite approach there, stretching through the foot all the way up to the back of the calf. Keep that knee a little soft there. And then rebend the knee back into that low lunge. Tuck your back toes under, lift the left kneecap up off the ground, and take just a little step forward, just like 2 inches with the left toes, all the way up, high lunge. So both hips facing forward. Nice big full breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. So these are variations of Sun B. Shoulders over the hips. We all have a tendency to kind of pull forward a little bit, so pull it back just a tiny bit, and then bend into that right knee. This is our widest standing posture from right to left, so make it nice and strong. All right, drop the back hand, flip your front hand up and back, reverse your warrior. Ooh. All right, move through Chaturanga, high-low push-up, or step back to down dog. Yogi's choice of how you make it there. And once we arrive to this left side, left leg up, open through the left hip, bend the knee. Again, keep that left shoulder down towards the earth, and you'll get more of that stretch in that sideline of your body. And we'll make our circles here with the left knee. Switch directions. And then a nice big step forward, left foot towards the top of the mat. Right knee down to the earth, untuck the toes. Little lift in the heart. Getting into that right hip flexor to pause here for a moment. Full breath in. Exhale, rock back to your half splits. And we do that twice more with our breath. Inhale into low lunge. Exhale to rock back into our half splits. One more time. Rock back. And then we have our options here. We can keep the foot flat, and we want to add a little extra juice. Slide the left hand down to the foot and then stick it there, like we're really trying to make an imprint of our foot on the mat. It stretches this little muscle right here. Or lift the left toes, bringing the hand to that little tips of your toes, maybe the balls of the toes, pulling back, keeping the bend in the knee. Ooh. And rebend the knee back into your low lunge, foot flat. Tuck the back toes under. We're going to take just a little ½ inch to an inch hop there of the right toes, come all the way up, high lunge. Lunges are a little bit shorter than our other standing poses to give us our balance since we're up high on those back toes. Left hip pulls back. Now open up to your warrior two. Again, kind of do that little pull back of the left rib cage so the shoulders are over the hips. What a glorious sunrise today, guys. Intrusive thought. Reverse your warrior. Keep the left knee bent. Big breath in. All right, chaturanga, or make your way to downward facing dog. We're going to move through that. Just one half split this time. One breath, one pose. Up dog into our downward facing dog. All right, right leg up. Open through the hip, bend the knee. Pause there for just a moment. Full breath in. Use the exhale to step into your low lunge. Left knee to the earth. We'll take our hands high here. Breathe in. And then exhale, rock back into that half splits. Breathe out. Rebend the knee, take the hands high, tuck the back toe under, lift all the way up into your high lunge. Breathe in, exhale, warrior two, and reverse your warrior. Move back through high-low push-up or step back to downward facing dog. Yogi's choice of how we get there. Up dog, down dog, left side's turn, lift the left leg up, open through the hip, bend your knee. Take a full breath in here. A nice slow step forward, low lunge. Right knee to the earth, untuck the toes. Inhale the hands high. Exhale to get into that hamstring. Hi, baby. All right, rebend the knee. Tuck the back toes under. Lift the hands up, high lunge. Open up to warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Nice full breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana, exhale. You can go watch a little TV while mommy does this, okay? High-low push-up. Told you. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. At least he's in a great mood. All right, making your way to down dog. Bend your knees, step or hop into Utkatasana chair pose. So weight in the heels. Trying not to grip with the toes. So you can take a look down at your toes. If you can see them, make sure that they're lifted, flared, and then relax them back down. Big breath in. Exhale. Shift your weight to your right foot. Pick up your left knee, one-legged Tadasana. Okay, so your block will be handy here if you'd like to use it. We're going to go ahead and get started in some of our balance poses. So if you need to grab it real quick, I'll pause for a moment so you can have it here towards the top of your mat. Full breath in. Exhale, begin to rotate open with the left hip, half moon pose. So slow go, turning the hips and the chest like warrior two to the side. Extend through the left leg. Rotate. We want to feel this nice active muscle right here, that left outer hip. Left hand is up. Big breath in. Big breath out. Bend through your right knee. Slowly land, warrior two. So it's almost the exact same position. It's just the leg, we're tipped on one side when we're in half moon. Reverse your warrior. A Skandasana towards the back of your mat. Straighten the right leg. Bend the left knee. So we're starting to open up really deep through the inner thigh, so don't go super low at first. You can bring the hands to your heart. You can take a little floss, like flossing of the inner thighs, up and down a little bit, just like we did with that hamstring. And then hold. 3, 2, 1, push up, star pose. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse your warrior. Move into low lunge, so pivot the hands down, up on the back toes. You can use your block or onto the fingertips. Walk them forward some, lift up, supported warrior 3. So back leg lifts, take a little lift of the heart. Give it a couple of breaths here. Really want to make that left glute active as it's lifting the leg up. The right leg has to be active as bearing your weight. Give yourself another breath. Exhale, chair pose. Setting the left foot intentionally down next to the right. Lift through the hands. Check my time here. Ooh, big breath in. Big breath out. Let's do the other side. So shift your weight to your left foot. Lift the right knee up. So same thing here. You can use the block if you need to. Squeeze through the left hip as you open the right leg up and around, tipping to your side, half moon pose. Open through your arms, trying not to collapse down to the ground. Extend through the right leg. Hold here. Again, right, nice active glute medius. Soften through the left knee. Land into your warrior 2. Balance is a little off today. Reverse your warrior. Skandasana to the back of the mat. So bending your right knee now. Getting into that left side. Again, if you'd like a little pulse up and down, really opening through the left inner thigh, finding some pattern of breath here. And then a big push star pose. Warrior 2 back towards the top of the mat, bend through the left knee. Reverse your warrior. Move through low lunge, so up on the back toes, fingertips down. And we're going to take that little walk forward of the fingertips, nice and smooth. Lift the right leg up, straighten through the left leg into our supported warrior 3. Making sure that right hip is rolled down. We're not rolled out. We don't want this to feel like half moon. That is an open hip position. This is a closed hip position. Another breath in. Exhale, land into your chair pose. All right, let's move through that just a little bit quicker. Sit low into your chair, shift your weight, pick the left knee up. Open up through the left knee, spread the arms, half moon pose. Give yourself a breath in to hit it. Bend your right knee and land warrior 2. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. Move to Skandasana, back of your mat. Star pose, push, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. Low lunge, pivot up on the back toes, fingertips to the earth. Walk them forward just a little bit, supported warrior 3, lift the back leg up. Nice full breath in. Exhale, land into your chair pose. Left foot meets the right, sit low. Shift the weight to the left, pick your right knee up, one-legged Tadasana. Rotate it open, slow go into your half moon. There we go. Extend out, bend the left knee, gently land, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Move Skandasana, back of the mat. Flowing through, press high, star pose. Warrior 2, exhale. Reverse your warrior. Low lunge, hands down to the earth, pivoting up on the back toes. Walk the fingertips forward, supported warrior 3. Hold here. And then right foot intentionally meets the left foot, sitting down low into your chair pose. Hands to the heart, breathe out. Sit low, inhale, and then use your exhale, twist right. Keeping the left knee in line with the right knee. Maybe look down just for a moment, lift the rib cage, turn it to the right. If you'd like to, open up the arms. Back through center, pause here, shift the weight to the right, lift the left knee. Let's do a little add-on here. Open up through the hip, half moon, extend arms and leg, big breath in, bend through the right knee, land, warrior 2. Reverse your warrior. Side angle for a moment, right forearm to the thigh, making sure that we don't collapse into the right shoulder. If you'd like to, you can extend the right arm down. Feel free to use your block underneath the right arm. Hold here for a second. Reverse your warrior again, reach up and back. Skandasana to the back of the mat. All right, fun little transition. We're flipping the room here from front to back. So take your right hand across down to the floor. Pivot the left toes to the back of the mat, coming up on the right toes, low lunge. Right palm stays on the floor, left hand up, low lunge twist. Then left hand down. Again, if you need to, you can slide the left foot back a little bit or bump the right toes in, high lunge. Big full breath in. Exhale, twist. Right elbow to the left knee. Pressing palm into palm, knee into elbow. Rotate the rib cage towards the left. Stay here or open up the arms. Star pose. So using a little bit of momentum to pivot, turn, lift the hands. Warrior two towards the top of the mat. Reverse your warrior. Low lunge, coming up on the back toes, fingertips down. Take a little lift of the heart and then lift your back leg, supported warrior three. Nice full breath in. Exhale, setting the left foot down next to the right. Sit into your chair pose, hands high. Hands to the heart. Take your breath in. Exhale, twist left. So sit low and twist. One thing I usually see here that I'd like for people to be aware of is trying to twist like this with our butt up high. We want our butt low so the twist comes right here from the rib cage using your core. All right, back to chair. Shift your weight to the left. Pick your right knee up. One-legged Tadasana. Open through the right hip. Half moon. Extend out through the right leg. Take a nice full breath in. Exhale, soften through the left knee. Land into your warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Move to your side angle pose, forearm to the thigh, or extend the left arm in front of the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. Stay here for 3, 2, reverse your warrior on 1. Move to Skandasana, back of the mat, bend through the right knee. All right, this is where we're flipping the room, and I've traveled a little bit, so I'm scooch, scooch, scooch. Left hand comes across to where the right foot is. Pivot, turn towards the back of the mat, coming up on the back toes. Left hand down, right hand up, low lunge twist. And then right hand down. High lunge. So get your footing, come all the way up. Hands to the heart, breathe in. Twist to the right, breathe out. Left elbow, right knee. And this left thigh in the back is nice and strong. Using palm to palm, elbow to knee connection, we twist to the rib cage. Open the arms up if you'd like to. Nice full breath in. Exhale, star pose, big movement. Warrior two towards the top. Reverse your warrior. Fingertips to the earth, pivot up on the back toes, low lunge. Lift off. Supported warrior three. Hold here. Land your right foot next to your left foot. Chair pose one last time. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Nicely done, friends. Bend through your knees. Have a seat. Couple of stretches to wrap it up. Right ankle, left knee. Seated figure 4. Now I love to just kind of wave this figure 4 from side to side, getting a little bit into the hips. You can stay still in the center, maybe walk it in a little closer. Wrap it up, staying nice and tall through the spine, so trying not to round through the lower back and the chest. It's a little seated cradle the baby. So we got in the hamstrings in our flow, inner thighs in our flow, now getting into the hips. We can switch right foot down, left ankle on top of the right knee. You can stay here in the seated position. You can take it from side to side. Make sure my sound hasn't cut out. This is a new microphone, new phone, new microphone, so sounds like I still have sound. We're going to wrap it around if you'd like to take that seated cradle the baby, or you can keep it in that half pigeon figure 4 variation and maybe just scoot your bum a little closer to your heels to deepen it, however you'd like. All right, release it. making your way down to your back. If you'd like to use your block for supported waterfall, feel free to use supported waterfall or feet up for a regular waterfall. If you know how to practice shoulder stands safely, the big deal being that your weight is here on your forearms across the shoulder girdle and your neck is bearing no weight. This is a lift up through the toes, nice straight line from the hips up through the feet. If plow pose is part of your practice, you can take the toes to the back where the space is behind your head. Slowly making your way down to your back. Right knee into the chest, left leg extends down the mat. Supine twist. Just twisting over the left side. You can goalpost the right arm. And then as you shift back to center, switch sides, extend the right leg down. Bring the left knee in. Supine twist to the right. You can extend the left arm in a goalpost position or all the way out on the left side. And back onto your back. Just a couple of moments for Shavasana. Allowing your body to fully rest on your mat. Softening through your face. This is an important pose to practice. I know it might be one of the harder ones, because in times of quiet and stillness, that's where the brain tries to kind of hop in and say, let me create the reality here, as opposed to allowing yourself to just be in reality. You don't need a narrative or a story. You can just simply exist here, listening to the sounds around you, feeling the temperature on your skin, any other senses that you can perceive, and just be. Feel free to stay here as long as you need, until the world calls you and tells you you have to go. And just remember, you can always come back to this space, even if it is just for 60 seconds. Living your life a little bit more present, a little bit more mindful each day. When you're ready, you can bend your knees, place your feet on the earth, roll to one side. From corpse pose to seedling pose, that reminder of death and rebirth being an ever-present cycle in our life. Press up to a seat. Whatever comfortable seated position is right for you. If it's Sukhasana, lotus pose, or sitting on the knees in hero's pose. Keep it up nice and tall through the spine. Take your hands up, breathe in. Palms to touch at heart center. And the light in me sees and honors the light in you, friends. Namaste. Have a wonderful Wednesday. If you joined me, thank you so much. If you're watching this on replay, I appreciate your support. And I hope you have a very lovely day. See you later. Bye.